Hi children. In today's session, you are going to learn about the limitations of GDP under national income. What are the limitations in the GDP? In the GDP, the important goods and services are not taken into account. For example, we may say about the parental care for the children. It is not at all taken for the calculation under the GDP. And it is not sold in the market. So it is not taken into the account. And also the clean air which we are getting from the environment, air and water, soil, what are the things the environment it's giving to us, that and all also not taken into the account in the GDP. Okay. And it is not measures the quality of the product. It only measures the quantity of the product. For example, we may say about the that means when we are studying in the school time, at that moment the ballpoint pen are not that much quality things, and so the schools are not considered to, that means that they are not allowed us to write the anything in the use of the ballpoint pens. But nowadays we are getting the good quality only. But from that day onwards, yet now they are not, that means in the GDP they are not measuring the quality of the product, only they are measuring the quantity, how much quantity it distributed, that only they are calculating. And GDP does not tell us about the way income is distributed in the country. That means the income, it is not distributed equally in the country. Unequality is so much here. Okay. And the GDP does not tell us the standard of living properly. Why we are saying like this means the high level of per capita real GDP can go hand in hand with the very low health condition of people and undemocratic political system, high pollution and high suicide rate. So only we are saying that it does not tell us about the standard of living properly. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the composition of gross domestic product. Indian economy we are dividing into three sectors. Okay. What are the three sectors? Primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector, otherwise we are saying as a agricultural sector. Here all the agricultural based activities are calculated. Production of the raw materials, cattle farming, fishing, hunting, mining, forestry, everything comes under the primary sector. This primary sector only gives, that means the agriculture sector only gives the, that means in the world level we may say we are in the second place in the agricultural products, producing the agriculture products, we are in the second place. And the secondary sector, next comes another secondary sector. Without the primary sector we can't able to run the secondary sector. Secondary sector, it is otherwise known as the industrial sector. Here the raw materials, it is converted into the finished product. The raw materials is converted into the finished product. For example, we may say so many industries there. Iron and steel industry, sugar industry, cotton textile industry, so many industries are there. Everything without the raw materials, that means without the primary sector, we can't be able to run the secondary sector. And next one is the tertiary sector. First we will move to the secondary sector. It actually ranks in the sixth place in the world level, in the sixth place. That means the secondary sector, industrial sector, it ranks in the world wise. In the primary sector, I said second place, isn't it? Secondary sector, it plays in the sixth place in the world level. And in the tertiary sector, we are saying as a service sector. Without the primary and secondary, we can't be able to sell any goods, isn't it? That means for selling the goods, we need the product at first. For that making the product, we need the raw material, isn't it? So everything, that means each and every sector, it depends upon one thing. Without the tertiary sector also, waste only the secondary sector or the primary sector, because in the tertiary sector alone, we are selling the goods. Here, not only the selling the goods, it will come there. Banking, education, communication, transport, postal and telegraphic, everything comes under the tertiary sector. This one divided into two parts, quaternary and quaternary sector. Okay, like that it only divides. The service sector, it is in the 8th place. It is in the 8th place in the world level. Indian service sector, I am saying Indian service sector, it is in the 8th place in the world level. Okay. Now you are going to know about the gross value added. What is the gross value added? It is the measure of the value of goods and services which produced in the area. It may be in the industrial sector, otherwise in the other sector of an economy. Actually, what we are saying here is the output. Only the national, it accounts the GVA as GVA means gross value added only we are saying. That one as a output only we are taking there. That means output minus intermediate consumption only we are taking into the account. How we are calculating this GVA? GVA, it is calculated in the GDP plus subsidies minus the taxes. That means the GVA always it is linked with the gross domestic product alone. Okay, it is how we are calculating there. We are calculating with the, that means adding with the subsidies, and we are subtracting here the taxes. Okay, now you are going to learn about the economic growth and development. What is the meaning of the economic growth and what is the meaning of the economic development? Economic growth, it is the positive quantitative change. Okay, it is a positive quantitative change in the output of an economy in a particular time period alone. But the economic development, it considers the rise in the output in an economy along with the advancement of Human Development Index. Human Development Index, which considers the rise in the living standards of the people and also advancement in the technology and overall happiness index of a nation. That only we are calculating in the economic development. Economic growth is not like that. Only the quantitative aspect only we are checking there. And always the economic growth, it is in the narrower concept alone in the economic level. Okay, but the economic development is the broader concept. Okay, nature of approach in the economic growth is the quantitative only in the nature, but their quality, it must be there. Economic development means there should be the quality. It is the qualitative in the nature. Always the economic growth, it scopes only in the rise in the parameters like GDP, GNP, FDI, FFI, how we can able to, that means the develop we may only we are seeing in that one. That means in the, what we may say, that is only scoping about the GDP. That is only scoping about the GDP. But economic development is not like that. It always scopes in the life expectancy rate. That means the people's life expectancy rate, how it may rise there. And also infant improvement in the literacy rate, how we may rise there. Infant mortality rate and poverty rate, how we may eradicate the poverty rate. This only they are thinking about in the economic development. Always the economic growth in the short term analysis alone, but the economic development is the long term analysis, and it is only applicable. That means the economic growth, it is applicable only in the developed nation, but development, economic development, it is the developing nations, everything. That means where we want to develop our economics, there we need the economic development. And measurement in techniques, we may say that increase in the national income in the economic growth. We may increase only the national income, but in the economic development, real income is definitely it is the different from the national income, isn't it? That means a per capita income. Real income we are saying as a per capita income. It increase the per capita income. Frequency of occurrence, if we are saying, means the economic growth, it is the only for the certain period of time, but the economic development, it is the continuous process. It is the continuous process. Okay children, thank you.